Quickly.
Yeah.
Bitcoin, where's it go?
Well, it's going to grind higher.
The Clarity Act is at the 1 yard line.
I don't know if they understand how significant it would be if the Clarity Act failed.
From the Satoshi Sai studio, welcome back to Bimblebit. I'm Damien.
I'm Andy.
And we're two guys sitting around a table shooting the shit about Bitcoin. We're going to lock ourselves in at our blockchain height at 959,901, and that always courtesy of TimeChainCalendar.com. The Clarity Act is in the air, Andy.
I know, and Democrats will be forced to pass the Clarity Act.
Yeah, and Russia steps up their foreign trade policy with a little BTC.
Goldman Sachs says it's time to get it done.
Yeah, we got those and more coming up.
New episode every week with Andy and Damien.
Fun stories about Bitcoin
and the wild side of crypto.
Rockets, memes, and magic internet money.
Join us every week.
Subscribe and listen now at Bimblebit.com.
Because the best crypto stories,
they're the ones you share while shooting the shit.
Yeah. Hedge fund manager Anthony Scaramucci said live at CNBC that the Democrats will be forced to pass the Clarity Act. If it gets to the floor, it's going to pass. We will hear more from Anthony coming up in some more videos later on.
Yeah, some cool stuff. And Russia's really stepped up. Putin has put a bill forward legalizing Bitcoin for cross-border trading, which opens up a ton of possibilities because every country is getting involved with Bitcoin. So all it has to do now is head to Putin's desk for that
final signature,
and it's on its way.
And it's coming that way. Yeah. It's going to be all around in every country. We can see that coming already.
Yeah.
And Goldman Sachs, worth $3.5 trillion.
Isn't that crazy?
It is. Says it's time to pass the Clarity Act into law. We are very supportive of moving the Clarity Act forward so we can get some structure in the marketplace.
And that's all it needs. We
Right.
found out last week the Genius Act was the vehicle.
Right.
And now the Clarity Act is the roadways upon which that vehicle will travel. Our videos talk a lot about the Clarity Act, and we'll dig into those next.
Well, that was great.
Well, it wasn't that bad.
It was kind of terrible.
That was horrible.
Yeah, absolutely awful.
Bitcoin, the biggest show in town.
So Brian Armstrong of Coinbase has been involved with getting the Clarity Act passed. He says, we're almost there.
The Clarity Act is at the 1 yard line, and it reflects the work from both sides of the aisle, spending thousands of hours along with their staff to get a true bipartisan compromise. This bill would strengthen power for law enforcement. It would bring new consumer protections. And you have to remember, the status quo is that we don't have any federal laws protecting consumers or helping this industry get built in the United States. So the status quo is not going to work. This bill is a dramatic benefit to the United States of America, and it's time to get it over the finish line.
I mean, this needs to happen, Andy.
It really does. I mean, and the status quo is no longer a good option.
No.
We have to move it forward.
Yep, 100%.
Yeah, absolutely. Senator Lummis said she's not sure they understand if the Clarity Act fails. We've got some issues here. Play the video.
And quite frankly, 90% of the spot market is overseas, 80% of the digital asset futures market is overseas. I don't know if they understand how significant it would be if the Clarity Act failed and we allowed this industry to continue to grow and mature overseas.
So all of that momentum that they see in the United States and the trade partners with them will simply go overseas if they don't get it done. If they hit that August break and it's not done, it is not a good thing.
No, it's not a good thing. You've got way too many other countries on the precipice of passing these laws, and they're just going to catapult us because if we don't do it before the August break, it's not going to get done until the end of the year at the very earliest.
Yeah.
And that's just too late.
And our word of the day is precipice. That is fun to say. Let's say it together. Precipice. All right. Your group YYC in Calgary doing something really fun coming
Yeah,
up.
they are. So every month they have a get together at a downtown restaurant, really nice restaurant, and we get to talk all things Bitcoin and different things, different projects people are working on. Well, this time they're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to have a barbecue.
Nice.
So it's the YYC Bitcoin barbecue happening in Calgary at Bowness Park at 5:30 on Tuesday, August 11th. Bring your meat and bring your libations. Alcoholic or not, it doesn't matter at that park.
All right.
Up to you.
Open choices. I like it. And Joyce's choices galore across the world. Time now for your Bitcoin event calendar.
Satoshi Quotes. Episode 10. It is a global distributed database with additions to the database by consent of the majority. Satoshi Nakamoto.
Welcome back. Thank you again to everyone who's taken the time to like, follow, and subscribe. We appreciate it. We're trying for more. And for those of you that have shot us a couple of sats, thank you. If you'd like to do the same, everything goes back into the show. Just hit our QR code. All right. Kathy Wood from ARC.
Yeah.
Really powerful lady, smart lady when it comes to Bitcoin. She says Bitcoin is a rule-based monetary system. Right? The more people question traditional finance, the more attention Bitcoin receives. So we've got scarcity.
Yes.
We've got transparency, decentralized. Nobody owns it but you. And of course, the people that check all the ledger and stuff with the blockchain.
Correct.
Right? And the nodes. So it's becoming increasingly valuable. And we're seeing Bitcoin starting to come up. Right? We've already heard from Scaramucci.
Yeah,
What's that name?
Scaramucci.
Yeah, that guy. Anthony, that we've hit the bottom. We're seeing it climb, so it's coming.
It is. And remember, we've only got 21 million coins. That's the other thing, the finite amount of inventory, right?
5%.
There's only about 940,000 left to mine out of 21 million.
Yeah.
So, take that as a grain of salt sort of thing. Now, usually we talk about Michael Saylor of Strategy B and how much Bitcoin he's purchased. None in the last 4 weeks, including today, which makes the 5th week. I do know that he is increasing his USD so that he can balance out if he has to pay out along the way if it doesn't go up quick enough.
Like 525 million.
Yeah. So he's positioning himself well.
Yeah, that's good. And
Strive, another
That's
company.
right.
Strive just bought another $5.2 million worth of Bitcoin. They are accumulating fast for a young company.
They did say they want to be the biggest. They did,
or at least the second biggest.
You have a ways to go.
Yeah, they do. But they're moving along. They've got some backers, eh? Yeah.
So concern in the crypto world about quantum computing and different ways that wallets can be hacked. So Strategy has just announced the Bitcoin Security Consortium. This is teaming up with BlackRock, Coinbase, Galaxy, Anchorage, and others to defend Bitcoin's network long term. So $15 million pledged over the next 3 years.
Yes.
And the first priority being quantum computing and the threats to the network. So, I mean, if there's people you want behind you, maybe not BlackRock, but if there's people you want behind you,
absolutely,
that's the team.
And this falls in that this is why the Clarity Act has to happen.
Yes.
Because everybody around government, even banks now, they didn't want to do this before, remember? For how many years? Yeah. They didn't want to lose control. Well, now they've got enough. Now they've got some control back regardless. They're pushing for it. So,
and it's been giving them their biggest turn.
Absolutely.
Their biggest return.
Yeah, it has.
It's Bitcoin and crypto.
And our good gal Kathy at Arkham Data shows a Revolut user sent Bitcoin to a Satoshi Nakamoto original wallet, untouched since 2009. $5,000 was sent. So
the original wallet, would that have been the Genesis block?
I think that's what they're talking about.
I don't really know.
I don't really know
but,
either.
But you must be comfortable enough to be able to get rid of $5,000 and know you'll never see it again.
Either that or it was an oops.
Well, there's a lot. I mean, sure.
It could
but there's a lot of residual and redundant that you have to check. And it's easy and convenient, but you need to check.
And do check.
Yeah.
Check the first few, the middle few, double check it, right? That address. Absolutely. Yeah.
Well, we hope all of you are enjoying wonderful parties with family and friends wherever you may be. Thank you for joining the show. This is Shooting the Shit. I'm Damien.
I'm Andy.
Just two guys sitting around a table talking about Bitcoin right here on Bimblebit.com.
Hope you're having a great summer.